What's up, Alabama fans? It's Andrew Bone here with BamaInsider.com. Got a special guest today, Malik Benson, the very best junior college wide receiver in the country. First team All American last year. Malik, man, it's a big day for you, man. How's it feel?
This is, a day I've always dreamed of. And, just to be able to finally, have my decision and, let the world know, it's big. I'm excited, for me and my family, it's a great day.
When did you know?
Shoot. I told myself, I'd take all 5 visits and all that, but, on my board, and I'm actually in the new room right now, but, last year, on my whiteboard, I'm big on writing goals. On my whiteboard, when I first started getting offers, at the very bottom it said, get offered by Alabama. And, so I guess you could say, I knew then because, you're not writing that on your board unless you know that means. And, my teammates, they would always, come in the room, say like, why that team? I was like, to me, it was the best offer. I feel like, if I get it, that's where I'm going. And so I guess you could say then it was always like, shoot, once I get that offer, that's where I'm gonna go. But I also have to give the 4 other schools that I take visits on, the
Right.
time, to just show me what they have to offer. But when I really know is right after the visit,
Mhm.
just being out there. And I know I had Georgia, that weekend. I wish that, it wasn't stacked like that, just so they can, have my full, investment visit. But that night I was actually traveling to Georgia, to do my finish up my visit, for my visit for the weekends, and it hit me on the way there. This is home. I felt like nothing else could top it. There wasn't really nothing that Georgia could do or could have done. To
Mhm.
me to switch. My mind was made up. Shoot, the first day I got there.
well, did it ultimately come down to Alabama and Georgia for you? Or, I mean, obviously there were some other schools in there like LSU and Tennessee and Oregon, but when it came down to really making that decision, who else was really there besides Alabama?
Um, I would say it was between Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia.
Okay.
Just for Georgia, it's my first. I had Mizzou, my first SC offer, but Georgia, it kind of changed my life a little bit just because that's a winning program, and I knew like once I got that offer, it's about to spark like everyone else, get to calling. And then Tennessee, they weren't too high, on my list, but just going out there on the visit, like that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you think. And then the addition to my wide receiver coach that was at Hutch with me, him being there, it was kind of tough, saying, I'm not going to go with you, to
Mhm.
Tennessee just because we've been here for a year, got to learn from him for a year, but you know I just knew, ever since I was little, just growing up watching Alabama, and see them dominate. And then, once I started getting to the age, me knowing, I'm a receiver, that's what I want to do. Shoot, when you see all them guys that they, produce a receiver, being a receiver and then being, one of the top prospects, in my class, top prospects in JUCO, I feel like I have a great opportunity, going and, every goal that I have, be able to accomplish it.
Alabama's had a lot of, obviously, as you mentioned, a lot of great receivers that have come through, a lot of first round draft picks. Is there anybody that you've watched very closely from Alabama that you kind of, you know, think your game resembles and, feel like, or even just a guy that you feel like you've looked up to or really followed throughout the last, several years?
So I would say, this last year, just so, with my speed, I would say this last year I, really watched Jameson Williams.
Mhm.
I feel like, we play, very similar, guys that fast, start, stop, can get to going. And then also, Henry Ruggs. But the guy that, really made me like say, if I get the opportunity to go play Alabama, I'm going was Devontae Smith. Just because, he won the Heisman, that's not, a lot of receivers, are not going to do that.
Right.
Heisman, additionally, quarterback or, another position But just seeing him win the Heisman as a receiver, that brought a lot of light. Just knowing that it happened once, it can happen again.
Now, I saw a story that your personal best in the 100 meters is a 10.4. Is that correct?
Yeah. So yeah, on max, mile split. That's what they call it. Yeah, mile split. It's a 10.4, but at a track meet that we had prior to me running the 10.4, I ran a 10.36. But
Wow.
the whole meet, it was messed up. Like I PR'd in long jump and 200, and then all of a sudden, the next day they're like, we can't post these because some wind or something like that. So it wasn't a
I
big.
got you. But you got a lot of speed, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell Alabama fans what they're getting in Malik Benson.
What Alabama fans are getting out of Malik Benson, it's just a hard worker, that, sees, what I want and feels like, I can accomplish anything, I put my mind to, someone that's going to go to bat for his teammates, do anything to win, a national championship. And yeah.
And you had a chance to take that official visit. It was a midweek official, so it's a little different than these weekend officials where you have a lot of different guys on campus. You were the only official visitor during that time span. What was that like, just being on campus, with the coaching staff, just seeing everything for the first time, but really getting a lot of attention, probably a lot more attention than you normally would on a big official visit weekend.
I was very blessed, to be able to, on that take a midweek and just my family, there's seven of us, so even when we do an official visit and there's a lot of other recruits, that's just overwhelming because there's seven people in my family and everyone else. So then just being out there by myself, you really get the real of everyone. They we're the only family, so they don't have to cater to anyone else. So when we're eating dinner, with Coach Saban, and it's at this big table, and it's just me and my family. Like that's special to me, just knowing I'm the only one. Like he's true with everything that he's saying, and it's just us. Like he's not gonna sugarcoat it.
Hmm. What's that like, meeting with Coach Saban and getting recruited by him?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. My first time ever talking to him, I kind of didn't even know what to say because it was just like a dream come true. Like you see Coach Saban, winning national championships. You see him on TV, just doing great things. And then when you get the opportunity, to play for him, just not even, even if you don't even decide to play for him, just like being able to hear him talk, just all the knowledge that he has, all the people he's ever been around, once you go to, Alabama and, right outside his office is a picture of him and Kobe, like, that means a lot. Like he's inspired a whole bunch of people, just being able to sit there and talk to him, like his presence, his voice, just, I was like, that's someone I want to be coached by, that guy, he's going to get me, to be a better man and a better football player. And, just, off of all the receivers that, they've had, I could fall in line and, be next to the greats.
When did you inform the Alabama staff of the decision?
Ooh, I informed Coach Wiggins. I informed Coach Wiggins, I was texting them a little bit, on my Georgia visit, but,
Mhm.
like I already know where home is. And then, I finished up my visit at Georgia on Monday. So that Monday, once I got back, I had to go to study hall because we had study hall. But after that, I called Coach Wiggins and I was like, oh no. I told Coach Wiggins the day before, and he said, "All right, when you come back on the Monday, would you like to get on the phone? Coach Saban, you just let him know, how you're feeling." So it was that Monday around.
Okay, good deal. What was that? What was their reaction when you let them know about that final decision?
It brought tears to my eyes knowing, I'm finally, the journey, it's still long, but, this is just the next chapter, that's, coming into my life. And, just going, like, coming JUCO, my first day, last year, July 13th, like, I didn't really know what to expect, coming out of, Kansas, we, the wing T offense, like, I didn't really, get the ball like that. And so I was always telling myself, I just need to be coached. I just need a coach that knows what he's doing, that can teach me how to do it because I have the skill set. Like, I know I can do this. I know I can do this. And so, just the long journey of, waking up every day, being out here in Hutch, just telling myself, keep going. You can do it. Keep going. And then, we get to the season, I have a great season. And it's just like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then, we got the spring practices and the coaches finally get to come out there and see you and watch you. That just means a lot to me because they're taking their time out of their day, to drive all the way out here to come watch me and my teammates. And, just knowing that, I can finally call Alabama home, that just the hard work, it's paying off. And then it just it helps me to be able to help my siblings see that, no matter how hard it is or how tough it is or, what it is, you can do it. Only you are separating yourself from not being able to do it.
No doubt, no doubt. And you had a great freshman season. Over 1,200 yards receiving, 11 touchdowns, first team All American. Certainly got you on the map, and got to, presented a lot of offers to you, including the one from Alabama, which was several months ago. But obviously they recruited you heavily, and Coach Wiggins came out there and visited your school during the spring. Just talk about the relationship with Coach Wiggins and him as a wide receiver coach, and getting the opportunity to be coached by him here in the future.
I really like Coach Wiggins. Just the relationship that me and him have built over this course. I feel like it hasn't. That's the reason why I'm going there. It's not just because of the name or Coach Saban, but it's really because of Coach Wiggins. He's a good dude. We talk a lot, and I just love every conversation that we have. Like, and it don't even have to be about football. Like, it just truly be about anything. And then just knowing that I'm couple months, I'm gonna be able to have the opportunity to get coached by him. That's very exciting. Just because all the guys that he's coached, you know, it's proof in the pudding. So I just got to go in and lock in and do what I do and just listen to him because obviously he knows what he's doing. And it just helps me knowing that I'm going to get coached by someone who has coached a Heisman winner, has coached Jameson Williams, Henry Ruggs, Jerry Judy, all them guys. So he's done it before. And, that's just the same room that I will be sitting in is the same room all them were sitting in years ago.
You had to make your own decision. You are sitting down, you're trying to decide what school's best for you, and you have a goal your entire, really when from the start of your recruitment to get the offer from Alabama. That's your dream offer. But when you took that official visit, what was it about Alabama that really sold them to you, and the reason why you wanted to personally commit there?
To me, what sold me is, I love the flash, from every school. I'm blessed to be able to go on, 5 visits like this. I'm very blessed that I was able to go on 5 visits. But what separated Alabama from everywhere else is, just the culture and the winning. And then because of that culture and winning, other guys that are in my position, they have, been first round picks, been drafted. Like, there's people in the league. So it attests to, the winning culture. So
Good deal. And tell me, so you have a big family, and they got a chance to see Alabama. What did they think about the decision?
mom, she was hype. She was hype. I was always talking to her, if I get Alabama, that's where I'm going. And it's crazy to see, the dream come true because, not a lot of kids, get put in the opportunity in the situation I get put in. For me to be able to say, I'm able to go there, that's just truly a blessing. Just us walking around campus, seeing all the trophies, the rings, getting to talk to every last one of the coaches, and just the other players there. Just seeing how happy my family was, like that just meant everything to me. And I'm family, driven. I do everything, for my family, and I want them to be a part of all my journeys and all my successes. And just seeing them be happy just brings light to me, knowing that I have the opportunity, to change their life, and I just got to keep going.
You have any goals for this upcoming season, or even when you get to Alabama?
My goals for this upcoming season is, I most definitely got to get, you know, JUCO Player of the Year. I can't really say, I was robbed of it because, they voted and, the extras, they did what they did. So, I got to go harder. I got to definitely, get All American once again. And then, biggest thing, we got to win that national championship, especially here. We lost some games and we put ourselves in, situations where we weren't able to, play in the playoffs. And, that's all up to us. But I feel like, the group that we have, like, the leaders, myself, quarterback coming back, receiver, the guys that have been here for a year, we know, what we want, and, it's only up to us. So, we definitely can do it. And, my goals at Alabama, is just to be that instant impact, that they need a receiver. I know coming in as an older guy, like, especially out of JUCO, I do not have any time. I have time, but I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go in, and my clock is just like that. I can't go in there. Play on games. I gotta go in this business. That's really why I picked Alabama too. Just I see what they do with transfer guys that come in and play, and the impact that they have right away. I fall right in line with that. Coming out of JUCO, I've already played 2 years, so I feel like I'm more experienced. And then I'll just get thrown into the fire, but I'm ready for that fire. And, it's just gonna be my teammate, the tight end Miles. He's out there. And, just being able to go out there with him and just see everything. And then he talked to me about his experience, and it's just really felt like home, and feel like whatever goal that I come up with that I want to achieve. Just like being here, the only person that can do it is me.
Well, Alabama fans, this is a big commitment today from Malik Benson. He is one of two junior college players committed to Alabama, the other being Justin Jefferson out of Pearl River, not the wide receiver from LSU or from the Minnesota Vikings, but talented linebacker out of Pearl River. And now Malik Benson, top junior college wide receiver in the country out of Hutchinson Community College, has announced for Alabama, and he will be enrolling at Alabama in December. So, Malik, best of luck to you this upcoming season. Alabama fans are really excited for you. They're going to be watching you a lot closer this fall. So best of luck to you, and thanks for joining the show. And I'll let you say anything you want to say to Alabama fans before we let you go.
Roll Tide.
All right, Malik. Well, thank you so much, and look forward to seeing your career finish up at Hutchinson and also start in Tuscaloosa next year.
Yes, sir.